This is Punters Inside Run. We're looking at Royal Ascot, a couple of days to go in the meeting. Shark, some things have gone according to plan so far and some things haven't. It was a tough day for punters on the Thursday night Australian time anyway.
Yeah, it was. I think everybody, not just in Australia, but around the world, honed right in on Alasifa in the Ribblesdale. And unfortunately, she had the best of luck in running and was below her best. But wasn't it great to see Frankie Dettori win the Gold Cup? And also King Charles get a winner as well on Thursday night, Matty.
Yeah. All right, let's look at the last 2 days. And there's a couple of Group 1s on the Friday night meeting. The Commonwealth Cup, a horse named after me, actually, Little Big Bear, is at a short price.
He's an exceptional sprinter, Little Big Bear. He won the Windsor Castle at the Royal Meeting last year. So he's been to the track before. He's quite familiar with the Ascot Straight. Look, he easily handled Bradsell, who we saw win the King's Stand at Haydock last time in the Sandy Lane. It's a really good form reference. It's the obvious form reference. And he's a 7-length Group 1 winner as a 2-year-old who's come back in really good form, beating a subsequent Group 1 winner against all comers. Everything points to Little Big Bear in the Commonwealth Cup. There are some really nice horses in that race, but none of them have shown anything like the level of form that Little Big Bear has. He's short, but he should be sweet, Matt.
What about the other Group 1 Coronation Stakes, another shorty?
Yeah, another one. Look, sort of robbed of a really good match race here. And we've seen a couple of them during the week so far with Guineas winners from Ireland and the UK going head-to-head. Coronations for the fillies, of course. We had the Irish 1,000 Guineas winner Tahira confirmed for this race. Unfortunately, the English 1,000 Guineas winner Morge has come out of the race. So we're left with Tahira against a group of fillies who, to this point, haven't shown that they're quite Group 1 standard yet. Couple of floaters in the race that might be able to improve as the season goes on. But right here, right now, Tahira, it really should be a turn up and win the race job for her. Just disappointing that we didn't see Morge there to give her a good test. Meditate is probably the main danger to Tahira, but look, Tahira had her all covered by a length and a half there in the Irish 1,000 Guineas. It should be a repeat situation tonight.
Before we turn our attention to the final night, anything else we should look at on a Friday night?
Yeah, in race 3, the Duke of Edinburgh, a race for improving stayers, I guess you could say. Number 3, Timisius Fox, has come back in really good form this preparation. He's big, bold-looking horse. He's a chestnut with white sort of blotches all over him, white socks. He's got a big, long stride on him, quite a flamboyant-looking animal. I know you like punting those, Matty. You can't miss him in the run, Timisius Fox. I think he'll be up on speed. And if he continues on that upward plane, which he's been in this season, he'll be very hard to beat in race 3, number 3.
All right, let's turn our attention to Saturday night, the final night of the carnival. The Australians didn't have a lot of success and couldn't get it done on the opening night. All our attention will turn to the Queen's Jubilee here. We know Highfield Princess is backing up, but a lot of eyes, certainly being a Saturday night, people staying up, they'll be on Artorius.
Yeah, Artorius, from an Australian point of view, is where the focus is, laser focused really in this race. He was really good in it last year, arguably unlucky not to win. We know what Artorius does, though. He gets back, he needs cover, and then he builds revs late and often needs gaps to come for him to win a race. He was in great form going over to the UK. He's maintained that form in track work over there. There's a lot of confidence that he can win. And sure, he's really hard to beat in this race. But so is a horse like Highfield Princess, who we saw in the King's Stand, probably unlucky not to win that race, being run off the track by Bradsell over the last 150 metres. She'll be super hard to beat. But I'm going to play 2 horses at each way odds here, Matt, in an open race. A horse called Kinross. Frankie Dettori rides. He's already got a couple of Group 1s in France on this horse. He's well known in European sprinting circles, and he's effective up to a mile. Fresh for this, I think he's a horse, Kinross, that really could make a big splash in the Queen's Jubilee. There's another one here, a 5-year-old called Sacred. First up at Lingfield, got the job done and put a handy sort of listed field away with a bit of authority. For me, Kinross and Sacred at around that $6 to $7 mark, they're the way I'll be playing the Queen's Jubilee.
Not a bad way to play, actually, given some of the results we've seen so far this week. Yeah. What about for the rest of the final day?
The Hardwick Stakes are always a good race. Hookham beat the last start Derby winner, Desert Crown, well, not last start, last season's Derby winner in the Brigadier Jared first up. Hookham's a really good horse at this level. He's the benchmark. But Deauville Legend comes back. It's the first time we'll see this horse post the Melbourne Cup when he ran really well. He was on the up and up last season as a 3-year-old in the UK. I think there's a little bit of value in his price. I'm going to have something on Deauville Legend to cause a minor upset in the Hardwick. And earlier in the day, the Jersey Stakes for the 2-year-olds, Frankie Dettori, he's chasing that 80th win at Royal Ascot. And I think he'll get it with a horse called Covey. Really nice colt. Another son of Frankel. Gee, he's left some good horses, Frankel. And this is another young one coming through the ranks who's just been rampant in his wins leading into this. I think he'll take the jersey, and we'll see Frankie salute again at Royal Ascot.
It would be a nice way for him to bow out, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And we must bow out now, mate. You might need a nap because there's plenty of racing to watch over the next couple of days.
I don't drink coffee, Matty, so this week's been a challenge, I can tell you.
2 lattes, please. Thanks, Shark, as always. Talk to you next week.
Good on you, Matt.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.